Oh darn. I can't drop a link, AAE, because I'm in the YouTube thing and it won't let me drop a link. So let me see. You don't have access to this, don't have access to this. The only thing I can say is manage. I'm going to press this button, and if it kicks me out, I'll come back. I'm pressing this button that says manage, but it's not doing anything. Yeah, I wish I could. You know what? Maybe I'll come back later and do a StreamYard so I can drop the link. But you know what we're going to do right now? Let me show us something. Um, where's my window? Let's put this right here because this is what we're here to talk about, y'all. Grand Rising, thank you for coming to LRGA Curves this morning. You smash that like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Go ahead and ring that bell so you can get notified when I upload a video and so you can be part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing in the YouTube streets, because you know how we do. We keep it moving over here. So AAE, my voice twins, first in the house. This will be good. This will be good because you know what? There's so many people that are perplexed that a misdemeanor is somehow a fireable offense. I'm not sure what country y'all live in, but here in this country, uh, usually when you're doing work, there's a thing called liability, that if you break any laws, it's a liability, and your work is influenced by the liability that you produce at said work project. So, y'all, I'm not sure why people are so confused about how Ken done twirled herself off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. You see that little tornado? You see that little tornado right there, and the house of Real Housewives of Atlanta is going up in the tornado dust because she twirled off Real Housewives of Atlanta because she broke the code of conduct, you guys. Now we know that ever since Nene put it to the people about the hostile work environment, because all roads lead back to Nene. And she put it out there about the hostile work environment that NBC, Universal, Bravo, Truly Entertainment, et al. Were providing, along with their racist slips showing constantly not being adjusted. She went to HR a number of times, right? She told us she went to HR a number of times during the 12 years that she was working there. And when they didn't do anything, she just added another page to her dossier that she was compiling about the experience of working at NBC Bravo. Because note to y'all and self that even though it didn't work for Nene, and everybody was like, how did she work there and keep getting paid and just keep notes? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep notes, hopefully in some type of binder where you can see if a page is missing. Because back in the days when people used to write stuff and everything wasn't digital, that meant a lot in court. If you had some kind of dossier uh, about your experiences that could be entered into evidence, that was evidence about your experience, and it was entered and it was counted for you against the people. But no, when Nene brought out her little dossier, people were just like, well, she was getting paid $2 million, and now she's biting the hand that feeds her. But that's just what happens to minds that have been indoctrinated into slavery and not being willing to talk back to massa. Yeah, I'm going all over there today because Nene told us Ken did not support Nene. Neither did old Candy girl. Candy did not support Nene. Portia did not support Nene. Cynthia did not support Nene. Marlo did not support Nene. Nene was left ass out when she went and said these things about her work environment. And nothing was done for years, you guys. For years. Fast forward to 2023. The reality reckoning. Bravo. Freaking Bethany Frankel. Rachel Levis all got in on it. Leah McSweeney. Caroline Manzo. Brandy Glanville, Vicky Gunvalson. Should I go on with all the people that have sued freaking Bravo and NBC Universal for their hostile work environments and the way they be playing with people's brands and stuff behind the scenes? Of the people I mentioned just now, I bet you'll guess whose case was already settled and they're reworking with Bravo already. Yep, everybody but the black lady Nene. Yep, everybody but the black lady Nene. Caroline Manzo, she gets invited to BravoCon and to sit and talk to Andy still. She sued that ass. She's currently keeping a whole Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls trip off of our airwaves while we're trying to blame her co-star Brandy for some BS. Look, everybody can sue about some BS, but the black lady who has a dossier to support it, along with her records of going to HR about this. Everybody gets a chance at the table but the black lady. Okay. But all the roads still lead back to her. So the code of conduct after the reality reckoning, after all the other people who weren't Nene came forward and whined about their treatment over here at Bravo. After they did it, you know what NBC Universal did? They strengthened their workplace code conduct guidelines for their reality show sector. Did you guys know that? In September 2023. Yeah, that's what happened. So all of the things that used to be okay have shifted since just September 2023. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So in 9 months, the conduct has changed. And Candy Burris recently went viral because she's like, well, there are no rules. There are no rules. Well, I guess she wouldn't know that there are new rules because she did not sign on for this season. Therefore, she doesn't know that they've enhanced their code of conduct in the current contracts. So all of that, there are no rules. We don't know how to act. We don't know. I mean, you see everything's all available on the things and everybody treating everybody in the thing. And if you got something in your past, and you're just going to have it brought up and says the woman with the daughter, while she's protecting the woman with the daughter who did revenge porn allegedly on another woman who is a daughter. But the code has been strengthened. So we're just going to spend a minute. I wanted to show you guys the code of conduct. I'll show it to you because I found this article in Deadline because it's been confirmed, allegedly, that NBC's code of conduct is the reason that Kenya was let go because after the investigation, the internal investigation, because so much certain people love to internally investigate themselves and then they find themselves not guilty. Sounds like a whole nother system. Well, they did this investigation. And since they weren't investigating themselves, they were investigating Kenya. They were able to find that she was guilty. But when they investigated themselves and they were investigating Andy, who is the face of NBC Bravo television, of course, the other formula applied, and they didn't find anything guilty about what Andy did when we had to do that investigation because Leah McSweeney said he was snorting coke in the bathroom with all the people. They did an internal investigation that time, and they didn't find nothing, you guys. Isn't that interesting how they never find anything on themselves? But you take a little time and you look around for the lady who's doing revenge porn and you happen to find that there's a code of conduct that she somehow violated. Interesting. Sounds like there might be two sets of rules for people in America, even on reality TV. Sounds like I might be making myself a little crazy. Anyway, so NBC Universal strengthens workplace conduct guidelines for reality shows. And you see here, yep, just in September. That's why Candy wouldn't know shit about it. So Candy's just talking out the side of her neck. She's just talking out the side of her neck based on past stuff that has obviously changed. They've updated their antiquated ways, and they've decided that because the reality reckoning and the 2511's cases against them, that they would have to enhance their code of conduct guidelines. And so I feel like maybe Candy shouldn't weigh in anymore until she gets a copy of the contract that she's trying to say doesn't exist. There are no rules. There are no rules, but there are rules, not only for people with a moral compass, but there are rules for reality television. Imagine that. Let's read through this real quick, you guys. Exclusive reality television is beloved for its unhinged characters and its crazy on-screen behavior. But behind the scenes, producers ensure the production process is dutiful as it can be. Deadline understands that NBC Universal is now looking to update and bolster its workplace code of conduct guidelines. The company, which is behind the unscripted hits such as Real Housewives franchises, Below Deck, Vanderpump Rules, and competition series as The Trader and America's Got Talent, is now increasing its requirements around anti-discrimination and harassment policies, making an inclusive workplace and channels to report concerns and violations. Oh, really? So you mean everything that Nene told you all 12 years ago and counting? Everything Nene is sitting in arbitration unanswered for right now, you guys are now going to fix. Oh, really? Just out of the clear blue? It's not because your racist slip was showing. It's not because you fostered a hostile work environment, a place of treachery for years that got to the point where Ken Moore thought that it was okay to show a peen being gobbled by her new castmate. Because that's the hostile work environment that's already been fostered, okay? Is that was seemingly acceptable. Further seemingly acceptable by her now ex-castmate, Candy Burris, who, I mean, she's a mother, she's a daughter. And she is really sitting here defending that debate last night. I mean, she's really here sitting defending Ken Moore's behavior. I feel like both are pretty much inexcusable. But Candy is finding a way to try to excuse away abhorrent behavior by her ex-castmate because of the fallacy that there are no rules. But there are fucking rules, y'all. There are rules. So let's keep going. Because now they want to make an inclusive workplace and they don't want any discrimination because that was on Nene's list. They don't want any harassment because that was on Nene's list. They're trying to make it inclusive because that was on Nene's list. After they blacklisted her and she amended her complaint, remember? And she was trying to take him to court and now she's sitting in arbitration. So anyway, let's keep going. Because all the roads lead back to the Black woman. Protect Black women. We get shit started. Did you guys know that a lot of women get to vote because a Black woman decided women should get to vote? And then the suffrage movement was usurped by the white women. Did you know that? Did you guys know that? Yeah. So thank us. Don't persecute us. Don't call us fucking liars. Don't not support us when we say, oh, there's a fire over here. Well, how about you turn your motherfucking head and look and see where the smoke is coming from so we can address the fire before it all gets burnt fucking down, because now it's burnt down and we in 2024 and the Real Housewives of Atlanta is burnt to a crisp because we were not paying attention to the smoke signals and the flames and the smell of smoke coming from what Nene called the dumpster fire. Let's keep on going. We hear that Francis Berwick, chairman for NBC Universal Entertainment, has just sent a note out to, let me see, can I make this a little smaller? Why can't I? Let's make it a little bigger. Oh, to external production companies to inform them of the changes. And there's a deadline, and there's a copy of this note. The first point of the note highlights alcohol because, I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but in Reality Reckoning with Bethany Frankel and specifically Rachel Levis, they were saying that they ply these women with alcohol. And Leah McSweeney also was talking about how much alcohol is readily available for people who are sober. Yeah. But remember, then Candy Burris, the one who excuses everything for Bravo, says, well, these are adults and they don't force you to drink. Remember she said that? But I don't know. I'm not sure. If you put a coke addict in a room with a mountain high full of coke and then tell them not to snort it, do you think that they're going to listen? Or do you think that their addiction might kick in and that they might not be strong enough to not jump in the mountain of freaking cocaine and turn into Scarface? So again, candy with the protection of massa. Okay, but we're going to keep going. Building our current protocols, we will require that you deliver an expanded alcohol training related training to the cast, crew, and production team, which must include details on how production will monitor alcohol, including when consumption limits may be appropriate and when and how to intervene to maintain cast and crew safety. That's what Berwick wrote. Well, you know what? I'm not sure if they're really enacting that over there in Dubai yet because Caroline was slur drunk. Caroline Brooks, episode 1, was slur drunk. Okay, and she was see you next Tuesday drunk last week. So I'm not sure if they're really even enacting this stuff yet. This comes after Bravo's Below Deck Down Under faced an alcohol related issue with some of its stars. Two crew members were fired due to their non-consensual sexual advances to co-workers. Bosun Luke Jones and second steward Laura were kicked off the yacht for misconduct after producers had to step in following a scary moment that saw Jones climb naked into a bed of another cast member who was too intoxicated to consent. This all happened with cameras rolling, y'all. Okay? Producers could be heard telling him to exit the room. Elsewhere, it is stepping up its position around the psychological well being. Oh, really? That was also in Nene's suit. Nene was talking about her psychological well being and how it was affected by the way that they were treating her. Okay? And then Rachel Levis was like, she needed a freaking therapist at the reunion if she was going to be there, and they promised to have one, and then they did not have one there, you guys. Oh, really? So the black lady asked for something that they promised the white lady that nobody got. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm just pointing it out because we need to thank Nene. We need to free Nene. Okay. Let's see. The company already requires reality participants to meet with the psychologist prior to filming and are provided with psychological support during and after filming to the extent needed. And some shows required to have on site psychological support. Oh, really? Now you have on site psychological support, but you still have Nene sitting in queue to have arbitration to talk about it. Really? That's interesting. I wonder why. Huh? Could it be because we're in America? Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's carry on. Now there must be psychological care after filming that includes mental health support cast through airing of the show and beyond, including mandatory on-set support during reunion tapings. Imagine that. Look what Nene done started, you guys. Brava. Brava, you melanated goddess. Brava. But this is kind of sounding like the 1964 crime bill that was started to help support African Americans getting equal treatment. And then they made us include every other so called minority, including white women. Did you know that? White women were made minorities to fit into the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Yeah, white ladies who were part of the majority were inserted as minorities. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my. And you know who gets to this day more rights than black ladies? Yeah, yeah. It's interesting how we keep on starting all this stuff to help us have some more shit. And then we don't get the shit that we started and everybody else gets to benefit. Oh my God. Am I in America? I think I might be. I think I might be in a fucking America. And thankfully so. I mean, I'm not knocking our hustle. I'm just knocking the fucking vibe at this point. Okay. NBC wants increased visibility and communication, meeting and expanded pre-production meetings to ensure that all relevant personnel at the production companies are aware of NBCU's policies and protocols. Not sure who you are. Policies and protocols. It is also implementing additional measures to enhance communication between the conglom and production companies, including a mandatory on-set production company HR presence. Oh my God! So you mean the people that Nene went to for 12 years when Kim Zolciak, KKK Kim, called her the hard N word with the hard R at the end, and that same HR did nothing? Really? Now they want to start being present and doing stuff? Really? Oh my God. Better late than never. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Better late than never that they're going to have HR presence for shows where NBCU determines additional support may be warranted. I wonder how they're going to make that decision, though, you guys. I wonder how they're going to determine additional support might be needed, might be warranted. I wonder because so far, when it's warranted, because the people have been complaining about it to you for 12 motherfucking years, it's not warranted, even to have a conversation with that one after. But now, when it's determined to be warranted, you guys are going to act like HR gives a F? Okay. Yay. Yay. So excited. Is this called progress? Oh my God. It is also asking for wait. I skipped something. Mandatory onset may be warranted. Daily communication to NBCU, separate from general production notes and full review after wrap up. So they're going to want HR notes plus general production notes plus a full review after production wrap ups. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's also asking for enhanced workplace training specifically tailored to unscripted production environments and all principals of production companies, including those that only occasionally interact with cast and crew. And they will be required to attend training. It's also implementing a more serious consequences for physical violence on the set. Oh, so you can't just walk around snatching people's weaves off anymore? Oh, so Jen Aiden, who filmed after this article was written, only got off with a warning from what we saw from Chrissy Balls and Melissa Gorga's old nose, how Jen Aiden was bragging about how they only got off with a warning after Jen Aiden violently, aggressively pushed Danielle after gaslighting her and besmirching her name and reputation violently on set, pushed her physically and got off with a warning. Really? But I thought you guys are enhancing your shits. Enhanced workplace training. It says it. Enhanced workplace training, specifically about violence on set, implementing more serious consequences for violence on set. I wonder if that's only for some people, like a lot of shit in America. Or is that going to be for everybody? But so far, it's not for everybody because Jennifer Aiden is still cashing her housewife checks this season, y'all. And Danielle had to get warned because she was fucking assaulted by Jen Aiden and defended herself? Really? Let's keep reading this bullshit. I mean, this wonderful revelation. I'm trying to be a positive, but maybe I shouldn't be reading this because you can see it's affecting me. I'm reacting, not responding. I'm sorry. Finally, Berwick addresses confidentiality clauses. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see why. This comes after the Real Housewives of New York, Alan Bethany Frankel, started working with lawyers, including Byron Friedman, and supported the SAG-AFTRA campaign for fair conditions for reality stars, which she dubbed a reality reckoning. And you know what? Again, they're saying that Bethany Frankel started working with the Bryn, and she's called it the reality reckoning. But you know who did this first as far as fair conditions for reality stars, as well as the need for benefits, health benefits? Nene motherfucking Leaks, y'all. Nene Leaks have been asking for years. And actually, when Candy Cruz, also known as Candy Burris, when Candy Cruz went to Bravo and solidified her multi-production opportunity, it was because actually Nene had went to all the women on Real Housewives of Atlanta and was like, look, we can be stronger together. Let's go to the man and tell him what we need. And all the ladies were like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. And then I bet it was Candy that was like, oh yeah, let's do that on Monday. And it was like a Friday. And Candy had a surprise meeting with them on Saturday. So then by the time Monday came and then Nene was like, oh, let's go to the place. They were like, oh, we already took care of that. Did you guys know that? That's what allegedly happened. Nene started it. Candy usurped her for her personal gain and benefit alone. That reminds me of Kendrick Lamar. Oh my God. Did you guys notice I'm Kendrick Lamar crazy lately? But that one line again about how in the old days they used the town folk, they used the town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 20 years, that you got the same agenda. You're not a colleague. You're a fucking colonizer, Candy. You're not a colleague. You're a fucking colonizer, Candy Burris. Because you got the same agenda to make yourself richer. But the colleague, Nene, who was trying to unite these melanated goddesses, had a crab in her bucket named Candy Burris, allegedly. In my opinion, this is all just my opinion. Because I get to have an opinion after you do some bullshit like that. I get an opinion, best believe. And that was some foul crab mentality bullshit you just did, Candy Burris. And now you're going to sit on God's internet and whine because Ken showed explicit images of her casting and then act like there are no rules because you didn't get the new contract? Really? Let's look at this. One of Frankel's biggest beefs is what she called the unrealistic NDAs. Oh my God, didn't Ken just, aren't there reports allegedly about people breaking NDAs at Ken's read to the 11th Power Pi times 8 reopening for her hair spa? Didn't she say something in her lies about how she didn't do anything wrong? Well, in her opinion about how she didn't do anything wrong, that those people were supposed to not be talking. She implied that there was some type of NDA. And we know for a fact that they were having them sign some type of NDA upon entry to the event because Michelle Atielian told us so, and she was there live. Let's keep going. NBC Universal and Bravo in particular have made it clear that its confidentiality clauses are not intended to prevent disclosure by cast and crew of unlawful acts in the workplace, and it says it has not enforced them in that manner. Oh, really? Nene couldn't say shit for a long time, but you guys weren't enforcing them in that manner? Really? And then Andy Cohen had the nerve to sit his face up on the thing and imply that Nene just needs to be grateful? Okay. We expect that production companies will ensure that all talent and crew agreements have confidentiality language that carves out reporting unlawful conduct. Berwick also promoted in July, who was promoted in July, following the departure of Susan Rovner and the installation of Don Langley as chairman. NBC Studio Group and Chief Content Officer added that over the next few days, the company will provide production companies with these revised production guidelines, and is setting meetings with their production teams. We believe our standards have promoted a safer and more respectful work environment. Really? Huh. Maybe Ken is just signing contracts and not reading them. That said, we want to take the opportunity in collaboration with all the production companies to continue to strengthen our approach. To that end, we have developed additional resources, policies, and protocols that will further enhance the workplace environments on our third-party productions and will strengthen our oversight, she said. Interesting. Interesting. So, a couple of things. No way, Mamere. Thank you so much. A freaking super chat, right? Freaking on. I welcome all the prosperity the universe is bestowing upon me. Thank you so much for being a part of that. So, all that being said, I didn't share it. Share the screen. Share. Oh, there it was. Okay, there. Okay. So, all that being said, Ken twirled off of Real Housewives of Atlanta because she did not fully comprehend that the updated guidelines to the workplace conduct was in effect. Okay? And it's that simple. And Candy Burris doubled down yesterday and was wah, wah, wah. But I mean, that's what's to be expected from a freaking person who agreed to go with her other melanated goddess co-stars to approach the man about their work conditions and then do a private meeting and ensure her personal spinoff and protection. She's not a colleague, she's a fucking colonizer, in my opinion. Use the town folk to make her richer. Turn around. It's 2024. She got the same agenda. She's not a colleague. She's a fucking colonizer, you guys. Because there's a code of conduct in effect, not to mention just the moral conduct, not to mention just you have a daughter and you're a woman, and any private moment being shared and then being excused away by another woman just makes your moment to having your moment shared. Anyway, let's get at these comments. I'm not going to hang on to you guys a lot longer this morning because I just wanted to let us know the reason that she twirled off, you guys. She broke the code of conduct. Voice Twin said it. Miss Kiki, thanks for being in the house. Mademoiselle Zeline, thanks for being here. Mamere, Grand Rising. Yes. Yeah, Satra, I'm going to have to come back on StreamYard later today. That's what I'll do for you guys. I'll come back on StreamYard and we can do an open panel and you guys can sound off because I can't do whatchamajigget on here because of the thingamabob, I can't do a panel on here through YouTube Live. I have to do those through StreamYard. I can only drop a link there. That's what I meant. The thingamabobs and the whatchamajiggets. Okay. Oh, look, Rule. I like that. Rule Superior. I like that name. She wasn't fired. She left. Okay. I'm going by what I read. You're going by what you read. We can both read different things. according to the word on the street, is that there's a code of conduct that NBC had that she broke. And after the investigation proved she broke the code of conduct, she was let go. But we can say it potato, potato, tomato, tomato, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Yeah, you say tomato, I say tomato. You say potato, I say potato, tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Okay, fine. She wasn't fired. She left. Whatever. She's out. She twirled off. She twirled off. Smiling with Aaron, are we having any trivia over your house this weekend? Can you drop your link so everybody can come over for trivia if you do it this weekend, please? Yes. Zelene said, we all know her as Candy Coon. Candy Coon, Candy Cruz. Yes. Yes. I appreciate that. Felicia, no way. Thank you for that super chat. Hey, Curves, the lollipop kids will get you. I know. I'm hearing, look, I don't really want none. I should be entitled to my own fucking opinion in America. Okay? I get to be entitled to an opinion. And I don't need any stands coming after me because I'm a free-thinking, sovereign-minded, motherfucking individual in these Americas. Okay? I get to have a thought that's not indoctrinated or generated by the stands. Okay? I get to think logically, critically, and then make my own opinion that might be influenced by another perception. But at the end of the day, I'm doing my own thing. Okay? So the lollipop kid, we represent the lollipop kid, the lollipop kid, the lollipop kid, we represent the lollipop kid. And I don't give a fuck because I'm off sugar. Okay? How about that? How about that? But I love you, Felicia D. Thank you for that wonderful super chat. Let's see. Let's keep it coming down here. California cuties in my house. Q and DJ. Q. Can somebody drop Q and DJ's link? We're trying to get them up and stuck. Because they're up and they're stuck. Yeah. Let's keep going. Thanks for being in the house. They awarded KKK Kim with her own show. They always, that's what I'm saying. Has no one noticed the established pattern of Bravo? I need to go back to law school's toot sweet. I can get everybody their money because there is an obvious established pattern that we're dealing with right here. And once a pattern is established, then the discrimination pattern is also equally established. How is it that abhorrent behavior is rewarded with spinoffs, but then proper behavior is cast to the sidelines and not even finished in arbitration 6 years later? I'll wait. No, I motherfucking won't. I won't wait. How about that? I'm not waiting anymore. And neither should any of us. We need to get right because did you guys see that freaking fiasco last night? We have 34 counts against the dozer. Because he dozes. He needs no doze. Somebody should have pumped him up full of no doze before they let him out there and wound him up to shuffle on stage. That was an embarrassment. Time is of the essence. We need to get cracking on this shit. It's disgusting. And that was a microcosm of the macrocosm of what we saw last night. What we saw last night is exactly the energy, how we have to choose between two evils for entertainment. We have to choose between two evils for politics. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. Thanks for smashing all the buttons though, you guys. I'm calmed down. I'm Wusa. Mel! No way. I love you. Thanks for coming through. The real Tanzanian. I love it. Thanks for coming through. Who else is in here? AAE says there is so much more about Candy not being brought back, right? Candy will never tell the truth. Candy herself probably did not want to sign, right? The code of conduct on the top of the new, right? Thanks, twin. Candy is another massive HR violation. Her sexually deviant behavior has been a massive problem. Even Kenya has checked her on camera about her behavior. Yeah, it's like nobody wants to see gray pubic hairs. But go put some clothes on. Dungeon this, dungeon that. But then I'm mad she said I had a dungeon. Make up your mind. Nene wasn't around trying to steal people's husbands either. That's right, Q. Yeah, Nene was the sounding board, cutie. It's okay when they do it. It's not okay when we do it. I mean, that seems to be the continuous message that we get here in America and worldwide, is that the rules are only for the people that used to rule the earth, and the colonizers don't have to answer to the fucking rules. The rules are only for the first of the human race. You know, where the cradle of civilization is in Africa. Check the records. That's who the rules are for. Daddy, who was that ruler who used to go around and give out the gold? But he was the ruler of everything, and he used to just travel. Before Christopher Columbus came to Americas, he came to the Americas and was just giving out gold everywhere. The black man. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, from the Berber Coast. Masu Masa. Isn't Michael B. Jordan and somebody getting ready to do a movie about him? We ruled the world at one time, and now the rules are for us. We went from rulers to being ruled. Yep, only for some. Let's keep it going. The lollipop kid. Yeah, I'll StreamYard. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm going to get off here in 2 minutes, and I'll come back for 20 on a StreamYard. Let me just keep on looking. These comments are excellent. The cast and friends to this day still makes $50 million a year each. Lollipop kid. Candy refused to move as a unit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's the whole thing. My husband gets so upset about that, about just like the lack of black people getting together and being able to stay unified in order to make serious change on any level. And they can't even do it on a freaking simple reality show. It's just a lie. We need to unify. I mean, and that's what they're really scared of. Every time we do unify, they decide it needs to get blown up or turned into a motherfucking lake. But we do need to unify, you guys. Imagine how much stronger we would be if we got rid of all the crab mentality within of our culture. And we collectively came together to force change. I mean, it's scary the way it is, but I mean, it would be scarier to keep going through this shit for another 800 years. Yes, Candy wants so much. Remember when Tiffany New York Polar had her show? It was only about reeds and shade. Tiffany would just get in your head and mess. Yeah, I used to love Tiffany Polar. Ooh, she made me want a Newport so bad. I had just quit smoking, and every time my water broke to Flavor of Love, you guys. And every time I would see Tiffany New York Polar light her Newport, I wanted one so bad. Oh my God, she could smoke so good. The line keeps moving for us, Mel. You're so right. Cannot wait for that movie. Denzel is about to be Hannibal. Oh, that's going to be excellent. The debate was a hot, freaking, stinking pile of mess. Yes. Okay, it looks like I got to the end. That's exciting. Mel said Denzel is going to be Hannibal and the movie is going to be awesome. They should have never prodded Biden out. Yeah, they should have. Right? I feel like they actually should have opened up the debate to be a full debate with viable candidates. The only thing last night proved to me, and I couldn't even bore my brain cells to watch that shit, just based off of the shuffle I saw him do on stage. And then that one clip that keeps running everywhere where Donald Trump shaded the hell out of him, talking about, I don't understand a word he just said. And I don't think he did either. Neither did I, Don. Neither did I. And I feel like it's a plot. How dare the powers that be prop these two skin suits up in front of us like either of these two things should rule the world, should rule America. There is neither one. No, the only thing that showed is that the RNC needs a new candidate and the DNC needs a new candidate. And we, the people, need to be demanding that shit for them to force us to vote for somebody who shits his pants. It looked like he was Joe Biden walked so Sleepy Joe walked so slow onto the stage. It looked like he was making poopy in his pants, y'all. All of those pauses that he did mid-sentence was the same shit my toddler used to. When my son was a baby, and he would just all of a sudden just get this look like a force, like he was concentrating really hard, the way it looked like when Biden was doing it last night, trying to make a sentence. It meant he was making a poo-poo. He was making a tinky. And we would, in a second, we was going to have to clean up by his neckline because he was shit up his back and little baby shits. You know how they be going up their back. Yeah, where was Hunter Biden? Let Obama have had a black crackhead son in the wings. Would he have gotten elected? I'll wait. No, I won't wait because it wouldn't have happened. Let Obama have had 34 counts of anything. Would he still be a contender? I'll wait. No, I motherfucking won't wait. Because the answer is no. But we already know there's only rules for the ones that ruled. And the colonizers have no fucking rules. Oh, sister! Yay! Everybody say hi to Curves sister, Goddess 777. That's my sister, you guys. My sister. Tell me what the trouble is. I try to listen good and give the best advice that I can give. So, what's up with you this time? I love her. You still coming, right? What time are you coming? Yes, voting in future elections is crucial, Mel. No, voting is crucial. I mean, whatever you need to do for your life, that's what's crucial for your life. Whatever you believe is the belief, right? Therefore, if you're a voter, vote. If you're a not voter, not vote. But don't knock the other person because they're not willing to do what you're doing. I don't even cuss out Trump supporters anymore. I just know who I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not a big place that you can support that amount of wackadoo and not be a fucking wackadoo. And even for old Sleepy Joe. If you like to sleep all day, all night when you're walking and when you're pooping, and you want to support that, and you're fine with where he sends your money instead of to your motherfucking reparations pool, then fine. Go ahead. I'm not knocking you, but I know something about you. I know you're willing to excuse grown-ups shitting on themselves on stage and not being able to form a fucking sentence as a leader. Really? I don't know. Oh yeah, I said I was going to get off and open a panel. Let me get off of here. Trump wants to be the last election for 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. So he can yeah. Yeah. Okay. I missed that night. Yeah. Look, I didn't watch it on purpose because it's just I didn't like, okay, I don't know. Some of my Curvies know I love Marianne Williamson. She was a candidate, and even the View tried to pass her off as a hippy dippy let's meditate war away, and that's not what she was saying. But she had a plan for everything. She had an answer for everything. Even what's her name? Dr. Jill Stein. Love her. I even like Cornel West. At least they can finish sentences. And they're not lying. They said that Trump did like 40 lies a minute or something like that. The fact checker machine broke. I'm ending this, you guys. I'm coming right back though, and I'll drop the link. I love you. Happy Friday. I'll see you in a second. Okay, it's 10:40 my time. I'm going to go grab some water, and you guys will see me back here at 10:45. 5. I love each and every one of you. Anybody that I didn't say hi to personally, please forgive me. Let me see real quick. Did I forget anybody? It looks like Mademoiselle is here. I don't think I said hi to her. And that's it. Love you guys. See you in a minute. I can't believe they just prop those skin suits up in front.